What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is Shelty. His opponent today in the red color, also playing as Ra. His name is Kimo. The map is Blue Lagoon, and it's currently 2-1 in this best of 5 series for this loser bracket in the BGO, the Bill Gregg Open. If Shelty wins this game, Kimo is out. If Kimo wins this game, he forces the game 5 and potentially creates the reverse sweep we all love to see. Love seeing that fighting spirit from these players. Kimo for forever has been known as a Ra player and has been very vocal about how bad Ra it is in the current meta, but when he's on a tournament game, what does he go to? He goes to what he's happy with, what he's confident with, and what he's the best at, and that is his Ra. Taking that last game with his Ra against Shelty's Odin, and Shelty feels like, well, I don't got it here with my Odin. I'm gonna try and mirror god you here and see if I can outplay you. Map is Blue Lagoon. It's one of those weird maps. Well, it's not a weird map. It's in the maps pool, but it's one of those relatively new maps which wasn't in the original game. I think it was like 2015 it came out, so it's been out for ages. Could be talking out of my ass there about that, but it's been out for a long time. But this map is a very aggressive map. You don't have many gold mines near town centers, and I say that, and there's like 2 that's really close to a town center here. But if you check out Kimo's gold mines, nowhere. But sometimes you do get these back gold mine spawns here, like over here and here. So it's totally fine. But we're both Ra here, so this is a really interesting matchup. It's one of those matchups where Ra does not have to worry too much about having to secure a second gold mine because his opponent also has to have that same concern. So basically, you're totally fine in grabbing those gold mines because neither player is going to be dealing with that, which does mean it opens up a lot of strategies for you. So it's oftentimes we see Hathor here or Segment. We have seen quite a bit of Segment in this matchup. We haven't seen this matchup very often. And we do see Scarabs becoming quite a big tool, especially when you have gold mines that need securing or town centers being grabbed. You see one town center Egyptian being a very important thing here. And the counter to this Scarab play here is very few and far between, because you make 2 Scarabs, you use Eclipse, you kill off a Migdol Stronghold, you kill off a town center. You can't stop it as Ra. Unless you yourself go through a Bast and make Sphinx and cast Eclipse to kill off the Scarabs, which is weird. It doesn't work. Or you spam out 7 or 8 Priests, which you can't afford because you spent all your gold on farms to make. Do you know what I mean? It's like a really difficult thing to defeat. So you have to kind of play the map a bit in order to do so. And we'll see what happens here if either of these players decide to do that. We do see a Monument of the Villagers coming up for Shelty. He's already got his Temple up, so it looks like Shelty's going for a 2-town center play here because his Temple's been up so early. And Kimo, on the other hand, has got his Monument up, but no Temple. I like this from Kimo. I like the later advance time in this mirror matchup. Later advance time, potentially 3 town centers is another option. If your opponent goes 1 town center Scarab, he picks off the 1 town center, sure, because he uses Eclipse to take it down. You can't stop it, but then you still have the second town center to go off of, and you're able to defend at that point because he doesn't have Eclipse anymore, and he's sitting 1 town center. You lose town center, you still have a town center. 2 town centers is greater than 1 town center, and 600 food, or it's 300 food, it's a lot of resources to be sinking. And here we go. We see Qatar coming through for Shelty, nice and fast. Kimo not advancing just yet. No second Monument up. Still has the option of doing the Scarab Rush, but he's going standard Ra here. He's going for a very standard 2-town center Qatar here. We'll see what Shelty does choose to do. Normally we see these 2-town center early classical ages from Ra being utilized while grabbing Hunt. So you try and get to the heroic age without making farms. I'd love to actually see Shelty try 3 town centers here, just because he kind of, maybe you can go 2 town centers in the back of your mind going 3 town centers or going for 2 town centers Ptah. So you go 3 town centers or 2 town centers Ptah. When you see a later advance time through Ptah, you know your opponent's going 2 town centers, so you can grab the early 3rd town center, which he can't really chase. and you just get the economic advantage. Armor coming up to Shelty. He's got one town center. This is crazy. I don't know if I like this at all. Unless he's going one town center Scarab Rush through Tar, which is not good off of one monument. Oh, this is gonna be really difficult for Shelty here because Kimo's gonna have 2 town centers. He's gonna have incredibly good economy. Shelty's not gonna be able to do any damage to Kimo until this gold mine becomes a thing. And he's just going to have the army out by the time that happens. Shelty's going to be able to hit the heroic age. Potentially we see a fast mythic age. No, he's putting villagers over onto wood. So he's just going one town center fast heroic here, and he's going to be greeted with a very, very strong counter in the 2 town center Tar. And I'm not sure what you can do here as Shelty to catch this, apart from not build the Migdol Stronghold, grab 2 town centers straight away, and see what you can do there, but it's not happening. It's not happening at all, and Kimo's just going to have so much economy to deal with. Unless Shelty can deal some damage, which potentially Migdol Stronghold right here. He hasn't scouted him, right? Yeah, he hasn't scouted him, so it's like, this is all blind. If he chucks a Migdol Stronghold up, what's the line of sight looking like for Kimo? Migdol Stronghold up here? Just outside the line of sight? Would it be in range? Kill off a couple of villagers? Or even put it into line of sight, force the villagers off the line. I don't know. What's he doing? What's he going to do? Let's see it, Shelty. What is your plan? Migdol Stronghold up. Okay. I guess... Like, alright, so this is Shelty's plan. He's going for map control. But what he needs, the thought process is, if I can get 4 town centers, I get more population than my opponent, and I can just win the game that way. But the problem with that is, off of 2 town centers this early, you get so much economy, you get to the Mythic Age so early, and even if your opponent has 4 town centers, they just can't support the 4 town centers. While spamming villagers, you're spending 200 food every 15 seconds on villagers, which is a lot, which is basically 16 villagers of resources being used. Then you have all the other villagers enough for making military, and your opponent just gets Mythic Age through Osiris, and then catapult spam and army push out, and then you can just spam watchtowers and stuff and just move forward and take this location back. We do see Chariot Archers are out, and there is a 4 gold mine here, so this is big. This is really big for Shelty. He can just sit in here and pressure this army here. Pick off the Pharaoh and do what he can do here. We'll see if he does it or not. Can set his Chariot Archers to stand ground. Looks like he's still going for villagers, not going for the Pharaoh. I don't like it, but whatever. He's still spamming out these Chariot Archers. This is actually the perfect situation for Shelty right here. Able to push off this gold mine right now. He's got the Wadjet over here. He's also got Shifting Sands. He should send a Chariot Archer over onto this location here. Just taking out some stuff over here. The Priest is doing some things over here. These Chariot Archers taking some damage though. You don't want to see that. You need to stay in this location though. You need to stay in this location. Don't let him have it back. Where are the villagers going? Villagers get pulled off this gold mine. And Kimo's under some pressure here. This is huge. This is huge. We didn't even think about that this was a possibility. And Shelty... he's letting this gold mine come back. Here's the locust coming down to this location. I love it. It's a lot of gold getting utilized here or gets destroyed here. Does not pick up any villagers. But Shelty's just allowing this gold mine to get gathered from. He's got so many Chariot Archers not doing anything. It's like there's not much you have to do. Send 1 Chariot Archer over here. 5 Chariot Archers here. Stand ground. These Chariot Archers can pick off the Priest. That's big. That's big. Kimo's going to be taking some damage over here. The Migdol Stronghold going to be trying to come up. There is a Pastus Joss over here versus the 6 Chariot Archers. Does he see it? He saw it. He's not reacting. Shelty, wake up, bro. We've got the Siege Tower moving in now. We're going to be trying to take down this Watchtower, which should be big. Does open up this base quite a bit, but with Migdol Stronghold up, it's going to be enough. We see 1 villager popping out of the Watchtower. It's really low HP, and Shelty is just playing really slow at this point. This Siege Tower should not have taken that much damage. Village does get picked off. Chariot Archer getting picked off by the Watchtower. And every single unit that gets picked off here is huge. Shelty grabbing this town center now. I like that. He needs to transition into some more economy here. He's doing a lot of damage and can't fall too far behind. But you basically need to kill off a villager every 15 seconds to stay ahead, which is kind of what's going on here. So I think the villager count is roughly similar here. And Kimo's now putting a lot of villagers onto the wood, spamming out those Chariot Archers. And Shelty's just grabbing Hunt here, which I love. So he's doing okay, and this Migdal Stronghold's up, and he's going to visit over here. He can actually run around this, sit in this location here, and siege this Migdal Stronghold. He's going to Shelty. It's so frustrating seeing Shelty play like this because he's not focusing at all. He can sit underneath this Migdal Stronghold, but he needs to micro this so much better, and he's doing some damage, but he's taking so much damage from this Migdal Stronghold. He's getting empowered by the Pharaoh, and he's not focusing down the Pharaoh at all. He takes so much loss, so many losses there. Siege Tower got picked off as well. You hate to see it. The rock's going to be moving in. It's got nothing in it. It's just doing some scouting, looking for a locust or something, but it's not going to do that at all. Shelty kind of needs to grab 3 town centers here, and Kimo needs to try and get to the Mythic Age. But without locust being used on all those farms here, there's only 15 villagers on food at this point, so Kimo still has 800 food in the bank, so it doesn't even matter that he lost all those farms. The Pastuche just going to be doing work because there's no Pharaoh in the army. The Rock, he's just got idle military, idle villagers everywhere. Shelty just not playing well at this point. Got no idea why Shelty is playing this poorly here. He's just like missing things left, right, and center, which is really, really bad for him. We see the chariots moving in. Can be taking down some of these units. Nice pickoffs there from Kimo, playing real solid. Some idle military buildings here. Needs to get those ones going. There's Pastuche getting some damage over here, but the Chariot Archer's focusing down the Pharaoh. He's going to be able to get out of there. It takes a lot of damage though. Again, another raid coming in. Looks like we're going to see him try and move around this side and do what I said earlier. The Stronghold does have 20 range, so you have to basically sit at max range of your Chariot Archers to deal with this. So you can pick off villagers here without taking any damage from the Migdal Stronghold. But instead what he's doing is trying to sit underneath the Migdal Stronghold, who has a minimum range of 4. But it's just throwing away units, and it's looking brutal right now. And we are going to be seeing Osiris coming through, Horus coming through very, very soon here for Kimo. And Shelty's going to be sitting with very little resources here. We could see Shelty chase this, set up 2 town centers. Nice little attack here for Shelty. Gets to surround the army of Kimo here. Picks up a lot of Chariot Archers with all those cavalry. Really nice play. We just see the Locust Swarm coming down onto these villages here with all of these Chariot Archers. There's going to be a lot of villagers picked off there. You can't have that if you're Shelty right now, losing so many. And that's going to be a brutal hit to his economy, which is going to slow down his Mythic Age incredibly. It's going to be huge, basically, in terms of the Heroic Age, Mythic Age, sorry, getting slowed down there. And yet again, Shelty just throwing away army underneath this Migdal Stronghold, and really nice garrison micro from Kimo here. Kimo going to have to watch out for these Chariot Archers. He's going to get picked off fairly soon as they're chasing the villagers. Managing to snipe one there as the cavalry come in. Pick off a couple of these guys before they run away. If you can get the cavalry slapping away at these units, you will be able to pick them off, as they are faster than the Chariot Archers, and they slow them down. You see 6.6 speed to only 5.5 speed. See all these villagers over here just chopping away at the trees. Random idle Pastuche shots. Just a bunch of things looking really bad for Shelty here in terms of his management of his army. Really huge army from Kimo coming forward, and we're just about to see that Mythic Age coming in. There it is. Horus has come through. So we're seeing the villagers jumping onto that cavalry there. Tornado coming down onto this location. He's going to pick off the town center. He's going to pick up the Migdal Stronghold if he gets lucky. Or he's going to pick up the Migdal Stronghold and the town center if he gets lucky. He should be able to get both of these here. It's a really nice tornado. And there we go. Both of those locations falling. And Kimo has the Avenger out with the Pharaoh getting picked off. And we have still not seen Rain being used by Shelty just yet. So it's hurting for him right now. He's got like no villagers on gold here. 97 pop to Kimo's 117 pop with so many resources in the bank. Kimo's trying to get up that next Migdal Stronghold. We've got some mercenary cavalry getting pushed out here. The Avengers and the Pastuche just completely rinsing this army of Shelty. And now the Avengers looking for someone to pick off of Shelty as Shelty decides to tap out. GG, well played by Kimo. This map was perfect for Shelty's strategy. I was saying it was bad, and I'd say 20 or 75% of the time, it is a bad strategy here. And you can see why it's a bad strategy here. But the map was perfect for it with the forward gold mine, the side gold mine on the same kind of side of this location, having shifting sands available to yourself. What he needed to do was sit on this gold mine with 5 chariot archers. 1 chariot archer comes over here, make sure this Migdol stronghold doesn't come up. Pharaoh forward to pick off the Pastustos. Your Pastustos in your army instead of raiding randomly over here. Prevent this gold mine from being gathered. Once the Migdol stronghold starts coming up over here, shifting sands over onto this location, all your army, and then you pick off all the villagers. You gold starve, grab your second town center like he did in the time he did. GG. What do? Maybe even instead of getting the second town center, move forward and get this Migdol stronghold up over here. Or even put a Migdol stronghold up over here and then sit on this location with all your army. There's so many options here that Shelty had to win this game with his strategy. But he just did not execute. And then his game fell apart. I felt like he wasn't far behind at all, and Kimo just did so much damage to him, and then Shelty was just not managing his army at all, wasting units over onto this Migdol stronghold. If you see a Migdol stronghold here, you know it has 20 range. Your chariot archers have 20 range. That means you have this much space you can have while sieging on this gold mine, right? So you can, if this is it, right? If your chariot archers can attack from here, right? You can move this far forward and attack this without taking any damage from the Migdol stronghold. Anyways, Shelty just lets that one go, unfortunately, and Kimo takes it. I mean, no credit to Kimo. He played really well here. Manages to take this game in a pretty dire situation with his map, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Going to a game number 5, potential reverse sweep for Kimo. It's now 2-2. If you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want to see my videos as soon as they come out, my name is Boit, and I will see you guys next time.